right? You know, I was eating healthy, but I wasn't eating for the training I was doing.
As I say, you're eating healthy, you're not eating right.
For 40 years. I mean, you know, that's a big number for a guy who's been in this business, living this life. The most consistent guy I know. It was very hard, but it took 12 weeks. It took 3 months of my life doing it every single day, eating what I was supposed to eat, when I was supposed to eat, resting, training, taking days off, consistency. I can't stress that part enough.
So I want to talk about something because I think this is a mind switch for a lot of people. You know, and when we started training together, you realized from me, the point of view of a nutrition plan is not when you get ready for a show.
Right.
It's not for when I want to get in shape. The more important time is the off season. That's when you build the muscle. That's when you build that foundation that you can cut up. That's getting your metabolism working, your body healthy. So you were in better shape when we were finished training before you moved than when I first met you.
Correct.
And if anybody knows this, Gavin would train at 4 in the morning, same time I did. And I saw him in there. And before we started training together, this guy would just be bouncing around, got his headphones on. He'll give you that look of don't talk to me. And supersetting, I don't know, earlobes with toes. And it just wouldn't stop, wouldn't stop. And then we trained together and we slowed it down and we changed a couple things. When you realized that the nutrition was such an important thing to be on all year long relative to training,
right?
What was it? What was the trigger? What was like, oh, okay, so this is actually what's going to get me there instead of the training. Is there something there? Because I want you to kind of explain to these guys, because everybody listening right now is going, I need to train. And it's like, you know, the honest truth of me is like, listen, you've missed 2 weeks before, so don't act like this is a heartbreak for you.
Right.
A lot of you, you know, didn't train for a year and your kid's getting back into it. And so it's almost like an excuse that everybody's shut down. And when you tell somebody no, and I'm Irish, I know this, you tell me no,
I'm doing it.
I'm going to do it purposely.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I get that everybody's being told you can't train, so now everybody's like, okay, I want to train. But I can't get my point across about nutrition is more important right now than ever before. And what is the switch that we need to do to get these guys on board?
Well, the first thing I learned, and yeah, you know, I was doing a lot of HIIT workouts when we met, you know, fast paced, because I thought that was the way to go and to lose weight and, you know, all that stuff. And I thought I was eating healthy, right? You know, I was eating healthy, but I wasn't eating for the training I was doing.
As I say, you're eating healthy, you're not eating right.
Correct. So I was eating healthy, I wasn't eating right. And I work in the, you know, if you will, the healthy food space. But so for my clients, it's different. For people I cook for, I cook healthy food for them. But that's not how I, you know, need to eat, especially with the training we're doing. The number one thing I had to change was I had to slow down my training and not bounce around like a jack in the box. And we would do a set and then, you know, do a Facebook Live or an IG and then do another set. Do you know what I mean? So our workouts took 2.5 hours, but I got so much more out of that workout than I would have had I done the workout that I was doing for 60 seconds. Then you and I started talking more about, okay, what are you going to eat after you train? When are you going to eat after you train? When are you going to eat after that? What are you going to drink? So I started to sort of correlate the importance of, okay, now I'm leaving the gym after 2 hours. We're leaving the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:15. The rest of the day is more important than those 2 hours. What happens in that next 18 hours until we're back here again, or 20 hours. So I just figured it out that, and also just by talking to you and listening to you and watching you, because I would see your body change, because you would be going from going through a period of being on stage to going through maybe a strength period like you're going through now. So I would ask you questions. So the biggest thing I would say to the people, you know what I mean, to your fans and to your followers, is to pay attention to what you're doing. Not necessarily what you're doing, but what you're telling them that this is what they should be doing. Because otherwise, what the fuck are they following you for if they're not going to listen? Do you know what I mean? So listen, because this guy's been in the game for 40 years. I mean, you know, that's a big number for a guy who's been in this business, living this life. the most consistent guy I know outside of me to be in this industry, but to know what the hell you're talking about. So people have got to listen. And listen, it's not an overnight thing. You can't go into this thinking, right, if I go to the gym for 2 weeks, I'll do this sort of a training program. I eat healthy for 2 weeks, eat healthy, eating correctly for 2 weeks, then I'll see some changes. I don't see some changes. Let me jump on and start doing a couple of box, jumps and, and trying to bench press my girlfriend because that's in muscle and fitness. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't happen overnight. You've got to stick with it. So consistency and patience are your two biggest takeaways. Should be your two biggest takeaways. You've got to sit on it. You've got to do it every single day. You will see the changes. I did it myself. So just to let people know, I want you to understand the mindset of what it takes to go from looking what I looked like, which was really quite nothing, into getting myself completely dialed up as if I was going on stage. So I went through a 12-week program that you created, the food, the training, the rest, the days of not training. Say hi, everybody. And I did the whole thing. And I did it for 12 weeks. And it was extremely disciplined. I stuck with it because that's just my mentality. My wife was like, dude, you're a fucking nightmare eating white fish and cream of rice for 3 times a day. You're the crankiest guy, this, that. But I said, listen, I started this, but I want to understand what it takes. So from that point of view, I can speak to it because I did it myself. And I got completely shredded and it felt amazing afterwards. It was very hard, but it took 12 weeks. It took 3 months of my life doing it every single day. Eating what I was supposed to eat, when I was supposed to eat, resting, training, taking days off, consistency. I can't stress that part enough.
How old were you when you finished the 12 weeks?
47.
Any time before that, were you in better shape than that?
Oh, never. I mean, I have a photograph. I took my own photographs. I didn't do a photo shoot, but I took photographs. I used to send them to you because I was like stunned the way I was. I mean, I was like, holy shit, I've never looked like that because I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know, getting back to our original point, how important the diet was. But it's got to be all of it.
Yep.
The training, the diet, you've got to rest. You've got to take days off sometimes. There are days when you eat more. There are days when you eat less. You have to drink. You have to be hydrated. All of it works in tandem. You've got to do it all. Yeah. It's as simple as that. If you're going to commit to it. But you can't half-ass it because you won't see any results. You just, you just won't. You won't. And then the problem now is your people who want the quick fix. They want it to happen in 4 weeks. I'm going on my holidays to, the Bahamas. I need to look amazing in 4 weeks. Let me train like a demon and eat chicken. And let's cut out all the carbs. There's a time and a place for all of that. I know you're a proponent of having the carbs. You tried all of these sorts of programs. All of it. You've got to do everything.
Or do we call it religions now? I don't know what I don't know what it's turning into. Man, Gav, I appreciate you taking time today. I know after this gets over, we got to have you over for some cooking.
Yes.
Get some nice recipes for these people and stuff like that after this lockdown is done.
That'd be cool. It's good to see you, bud.
Man, I love you, brother.
Likewise.
And, happy birthday. It is your birthday today.
It is my birthday today.
Man, happy 65.
65.
Dude, you look great.
I look average, and I got a free bus pass.
Yeah, just a year older than Todd Abrams. I'm proud of you both.
Yeah. Well, Todd is a little older than me, but it's a lot of Botox there and a lot of jumping.
That's true. Hey, I love you, man. Love the family.
Thank you, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Be good, man.
See ya.